NFL.
Let's fucking do it.
All right.
So, are we starting with games or are we starting with the football stories that are not actually football stories?
Let's talk about them football stories first.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Aaron Rodgers is not vaccinated against COVID-19. He is a horrible, horrible human being, and he should be stoned to death.
He's immunized.
Okay, so this is a very weird story, right? So you are immunized.
Sure.
I am a half-blood.
Sure.
So, but our COVID vaccination stance or immunizations, and I think this is where a lot of this hatred has come from, is nobody's fucking business. In your opinion, my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, whether you're on the right or the left, and that's one thing about this whole fucking story. One of the reasons I almost don't want to talk about it, and it pisses me off so much, is because this is not a sports story.
It's a fucking politics.
It's a story about politics.
Yeah.
About right and left and who's fucking right and who's fucking wrong. And because you don't do this, you're a shit person. Well, that's not what this is about. So Aaron Rodgers test positive for COVID. He early in the year said that he was immunized, which kind of he is, especially after listening to the interview on Pat McAfee.
It's a little bit kind of like Bill Clinton in that whole thing.
Yeah.
when he was talking to press conferences, and it depends on what your definition is.
Right. So he is immunized, but he's not. I'm not saying that word right. Immunized?
Yeah.
There we go. He's not immunized against COVID-19. He's allergic to ingredients in the mRNA. Okay. Johnson & Johnson has had issues with the blood clots, and then it was pulled. So Aaron said, fuck that.
Females, so it does matter for him.
I'm glad we were able to fit that in there.
Okay, yeah. Look, everybody, I fucking hate the Packers. You know I hate the Packers. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers.
But he's right.
Absolutely hate Aaron Rodgers, all right? And it pains me. It hurts my fucking soul to say anything in line with him. But the media not knowing your vaccination status doesn't mean shit.
No,
like
they're not owed that.
No, not at all. And they're all butthurt, which is why you're hearing about it, because they're like, you did us wrong and you shouldn't be doing the media wrong. Fuck the media. And that's his stance from what I can tell, and has always been his stance,
yes.
Is y'all can suck my dick. I'm a football player. If you want to write stories or talk about me, that's your thing. I don't really give a shit. I'm a football player. Who gives a fuck what he said? It doesn't matter. His team knew, the NFL knew his status. Those are the people who needed to know. And if the media feels like he did them dirty, you can go fucking pound sand.
Well,
who fucking cares?
But here's the thing. The media was going to do him dirty if he said that he wasn't vaccinated.
Absolutely.
There was a fucking witch hunt. But listen, I don't care what your vaccination status is. I'm half vaccinated. I got my next appointment in a week and a day because I have to, because I would like to keep my fucking job for as long as possible. I don't care what your vaccination status is. I'm not required to share that information with most people. I have to share it with my place of employment because it is now a condition of my employment. If I walk into Walmart and they say, "Are you vaccinated?" and I say, "Eat my entire asshole," there's nothing that they can do.
Other than tell you to leave.
They can tell me to leave. They're not going to, you cannot, they're not owed that. They're not. They want my money.
Sam Walton wants that fucking money.
They want that fucking money. He's not required to tell them shit. He shouldn't have had to tell them a goddamn thing about it. They shouldn't be fucking asking those goddamn questions. But this is not an issue of health and safety. This is an issue of politics and selling fucking stories. So, as far as this story is concerned, I agree with Aaron. I think, I agree with Aaron. He doesn't have to tell them a fucking thing. And I also agree, if you guys are not sure of all the things that Aaron said, go to Pat McAfee's YouTube page, or it's on Twitter as well. You can find it. There's a fucking 45-minute interview that Aaron does. It's excellent. He explains everything. The reasons that he chose or couldn't get the mRNA vaccines. The reason he chose not to do Johnson & Johnson. And it's all very well thought out. Aaron is a smart, well thought out person. He's not just a dumb football player. I know you don't agree because that's a little bit of bias, but he's smart as fuck. He went to fucking Cal. So it's very well thought out. Don't make this a right and left issue. Think about it from a health standpoint. If you are a professional athlete, you're going to do what is in the best interest of your body because your body makes you a metric fuck ton of money.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's everyone likes to preach my body, my choice. Well, guess what? It's their bodies, their choices, and what your opinion is of it, or if you want to know about it, doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah, and there will be people there's going to be people that come back on you for that, for the my body, my choice, using the slogan from somewhere else.
I don't give a fuck.
But here's the thing. People will say it's a matter of public health. Aaron followed every fucking protocol for the non-vaccinated, with the exception of not wearing a mask in a press conference because the reporters
they don't have to. They don't have to in press conferences.
If you're unvaccinated, you're supposed to.
No, in the press conferences, you can get cleared into, because I went through this whole.
Did you go actually?
I checked it out. Because I found out, like, if you are active on the 53-man roster, and whether or not you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask on the sidelines. If you are not active for game day and you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask on the sidelines. If you are unvaccinated and not active, you have to wear a mask
on the side.
On the sidelines. And then when
we saw Carson Wentz on Thursday night wearing a mask, I was very worried if he wasn't. And people,
it's their choice as well. If they want, regardless of their status, if they want to wear a mask, they absolutely can. And then for the press conferences, everyone going into those press conferences has been tested and cleared.
Yeah.
No, they just have to be tested and cleared.
So that nobody in the room has fucking COVID.
Yeah.
So nobody in the room can get COVID.
Right. And then even then, it is still your choice whether to wear a mask or not. So even if you are, a player going up there who's unvaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask because you've been cleared prior to entering the room along with everyone else.
Well, the unvaccinated players get tested every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I could spend an hour going over the lack of logic that the NFL has put in place, that society has put in place. If you want to get vaccinated, get fucking vaccinated. I'm getting vaccinated. You're already vaccinated. I don't want to, but I fucking have to. Do what is best for yourself, your body, your family. And if it means you have to do it to make money, and that's best for your family, fucking do it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, this is just, look, Rodgers has been getting kind of beat up by the media a lot this past news cycle this year.
That's also because he is
sorts of shit.
He's not talking to them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All of the things that you hear about Aaron Rodgers is strictly coming from Pat McAfee. He does an interview every Tuesday with Pat.
But even going back to the draft and everything, and when he was talking about retiring or wanting trade and stuff like that,
yes.
Like, he has been a focal point, and it's not been a positive focal point in the media, which is perfectly fine because fuck him. But
yeah, but why?
They have to have a heel.
You're saying fuck him because you're a Vikings fan.
Yeah, but they have to have a heel. They always want someone to be a heel.
Man,
in their media
I'll tell you what,
they have to have a negative guy. Look, there's positive media, there's negative media, and unfortunately, positive media does not sell as good as negative. Yeah. And so they're going to find a heel. They're going to find someone to go after. He happens to be the one this year. Perfectly fine. Fuck him. And that's what the media is going on here. They're going to find a negative reason to go after Aaron Rodgers at this point, even if it has no fucking legs to stand on, because who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
All right. So let's stop talking about the political story that is pretending to be a sports story for a second, because I can't fucking do it anymore. We had to talk about it though. It's all over the fucking news. I mean, I really wish I had not placed a bet on the Green Bay Packers. Before I knew, instantly fucking flipped.
It's Jordan Love's time now.
It's not going to be Jordan Love's time. I'm going to lose that parlay. But it is what it is. Let's move on to some actual fucking sports. Like, there's some actual fucking football. When we get to the Browns, I will do the OBJ thing. Or should we do it now? What's that?
Old duty chess.
Yeah. The fucking Cleveland steamer himself.